Hey everybody. I am sitting here with my friend Megan from Australia, and we are about to launch our new baby plate called Little Blessings. So we thought we'd throw together a little mani here for you to show you just how cute this little plate is. How are you today, Megan? She's super awesome. We've been giggling for the last, I don't know, week.
I'm really, really well, thank you.
That's good. Okay, so what do we want to do on this little guy? I think, should we start with the elephant?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Okay, and he's so darn cute. So what colors are we going to use for him? We're going to use stone and slate.
I think they're perfect.
Okay, and I think what we're going to do with this little guy, because he's a little bit larger, so why don't we go, I think we planned to kind of go, put him on 2, didn't we? But I think this way. Yep. All right. So we are going to start with the base color. And I'm going to give my plate a quick clean first. Just using plate cleaner or a polish remover that's got a little bit of acetone in it. Make sure that there's no polish, no oils, nothing on this plate. And that way we're going to get a much easier pickup.
And how much polish do you normally put on there, Dad?
You know, it really depends on the image. And for me, honestly, it depends on the day. There's some days where I would have put polish over that entire image, but today, you know, it's putting it over the top portion is ample. Because you're gonna slide it down.
And that full image that you just picked up, if I had trouble picking that up or the whole image wasn't picking up on the stamper, what's going on there? What am I doing wrong?
Well, that can be a few different things. Okay, you know what? I want to do this in 2. I was going to hopefully lift that and then put his little butt end over on this side, but we're just going to lift it separately.
Okay.
Okay, so if I wasn't getting a proper lift, then I think the first place I would start probably would be to shake my polishes.
Okay.
Because if your polishes haven't been shaken in a while or mixed properly, you're not going to get a proper lift.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ah, you know what though? I think what I wanted to put on this guy was some little stars in behind him. So why don't we back that bus up just a little bit. And let's put the stars on there right now.
Okay.
And what color is number 70?
Magnolia.
Magnolia. That's why I have Megan here, because she knows all the names. I'm terrible. I'm terrible, but I admit it. So I get creds for that, right?
Yeah. And you're so busy creating all these things for us. We can't expect you to keep track of it all.
Oh, but I should try. I should try harder. Remember the names. Okay. You know what? I actually don't like that lift. Can you see on there how some of those little guys, this one particularly, has a little void in it?
Okay.
I'm going to show you a little trick to do a better lift than that.
Okay.
And avoid voids.
Avoid voids.
Avoid voids.
Hashtag avoid voids.
Hashtag. There's my new hashtag. I love it. Okay, so when you're applying your polish, you want to keep in mind that when you're applying and scraping, you can put bubbles into the polish. So I'm going to apply it in one direction. And notice now I'm covering them all.
Yep.
And then I'm going to scrape in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And lift, and look at that. Not one single void. Are we focused there, I hope? Let's pop it down and you'll see. They're all solid.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so there's little tiny things you can do like that to just improve the quality of your stamping.
Okay.
Now, with this guy, we could layer.
Yep.
This actually layers into 2. But I think I'm just going to leave him a little more sparse.
Yeah, I like it like that.
Me too. We have
And
options.
what are you using to clean your stamper with there?
Lint roller.
A lint roller?
A lint roller.
That's all you use?
That's all I use.
Don't use any acetone or anything on the head?
You know what? There's this myth that if you touch it with acetone that it's immediately going to go cloudy. Not so. You can use a little bit of acetone if you need to. Some polishes build up on the heads. And every once in a while you need to prime it.
Okay. Do I need to prime it when I get it out of the box when I buy it?
No, you should not need to do anything to it.
It's all ready to go.
It should be just ready to go.
Okay.
If it's not lifting straight out of the box, then I'm going to say check your polishes. What polish are you using? Is that polish a stamping polish? Is that polish mixed?
Okay.
We are lazy, a lot of us, let's admit it.
Absolutely.
And we don't mix our polishes.
Okay.
And you need to mix your polishes.
Do you think maybe we need to revisit our technique as well?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So start with checking out to see if your polishes need to be mixed. That doesn't solve your problem. Then chances are you're probably using a heavy hand.
Okay.
I'm going to do a second layer here because I can see my little star through there.
Yep.
And I have this really cool thing called a clear stamper. So I can see.
That is very cool.
And do a second layer to hopefully cover up that star a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that's good. So because we can see through it, we can stamp straight over the top.
Exactly.
Without any overlap.
Yep. We can layer. Actually, I'm going to pop these guys off. We'll go hunting for that one that I just shot across the room a little bit later. Once we need it, it's right between my feet, so, and my creaky chair. All right, so I'm liking the way that guy's looking. I could go over and do another layer just to make this a little more solid if I want to, but I actually kind of like that mottledness there.
Well, they're really not
solid, are they?
even toned in real life.
No, true story. Okay, so now we're going to do the outline.
Yep.
I'm not even going to worry about pulling the whole thing.
And the angle of your scraper there, what sort of angle are we looking at?
You know what? I hold my scraper when I'm scraping really flat.
So it's almost parallel sometimes.
Practically, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And you scrape lightly. You don't have to press hard to scrape.
Okay.
With the old scrapers, we scraped off as much as humanly possible. But with these stampers, we can pick up really fine stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that outline is so fine.
So delicate. But you have to use the proper technique.
Right, and so what is that if I don't pick up that full
If you're not getting this full guy,
image.
And corners are the trickiest place on the plate to lift, and often can become bent. So if you're finding that you're in a corner and you can't lift something, it's probably bent a little bit. You're going to have to bend it back.
Okay.
Because plates do warp over time.
Yeah.
We put the backing on ours to help prevent that, but it still can happen. It can even happen during storage or improper use. You never know how that's going to come about. But scrape lightly. So when I'm in the corner, my angle is almost flat, and I'm not pressing that hard. And then when I pick up, ridiculously light. And it's funny, whenever I do demos and I touch people and actually get to show them with my hands just how lightly I'm touching, they're always surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, that really is light. I'm not kidding. Light pressure to pick up.
And with those fine images, if I didn't quite get the image properly when I was picking it up, is there anything I can do to kind of troubleshoot that?
For sure. Sometimes what's happening when our scrapers are made, when any scrapers are made, they're punched. So they're punched
out of a plastic.
Exactly. So there can often be little rough edges.
Like a little lip.
Yeah. Or even just little bits of roughness.
Frayed bits.
Yeah. From the punch. So take a block buffer, just a standard white block buffer, and I'm digging through my drawers here to try and find one. I haven't opened my new package of them yet, so I don't want to haul out my yucky one.
Okay.
But block buffer, and just along the edges of that fine, and take off those little burrs.
Okay.
That's going to give you a better scrape.
All right.
a smoother scrape. So that's one solution to troubleshoot. The other, I'm just going to lift this guy again just to show you, because he's so nice and fine. He's a perfect example. So light scrape. Now the pressure I'm using to lift this is, I barely touch it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I barely touch it. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe the pressure, because normally what I do when I'm at a show is I show people on the back of their hand just how lightly I'm barely touching it. That's going to give you a lot more success picking up fine images.
Okay.
That and something I learned working with another friend of mine, Stephanie, the other day, don't do anything in between. If I'm scraping, especially a fine image, I don't care if my polish bottle is closed back up again.
No.
Get that polish on there, scrape it, and lift it as fast as you can.
I also noticed too, like when you're picking this image up, you've got like sort of like little patches of polishes where it's pulled through. Some people I've seen will keep scraping and scraping and scraping, trying to get rid of that excess polish because they think the stamp is going to pick it up. But in doing that, the polish is drying.
Exactly.
And they can't pick it up.
Yeah.
But they also don't realize that when they pick it up, even with that little bit of excess polish sitting there that you think is going to affect the pickup,
it doesn't
pick it. The stamper does not pick it up. It only picks up the image that it's supposed to.
Exactly. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah,
sometimes
it
you
really,
see the
really
streaks
is.
and then people go over it and it picks up the image perfectly.
Yeah.
The other thing too, even if it does pick up a little bit of that extra stuff, you can go in there and get rid of that extra, and still be able to transfer onto that nail.
Yeah.
So thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
That's okay.
Well, we have so many questions, and we want to be able to dispel any myths and give people troubleshooting ideas, because once you master the technique of using a clear stamper, and it is technique, and I hear often, oh, I've been stamping for 15 years. I don't need a stamping lesson. Well, you've been stamping for 15 years, but not with this stamper.
No, it's completely different.
It is completely different. It's a totally different medium. It's a totally different product. And it behaves differently.
Yeah.
So you have to treat it differently.
Yeah.
So, were we going to put anything else on with our cute little elephant?
I was personally thinking I would like to see the blue that's in here, so which I think is Bluebell. Can we put like baby just across the top here?
That's a great idea.
Yeah?
Yep, let's do it. Where's our Bluebell? 73?
There we go.
There it is. Thank you. Oh, I do love having an assistant. That's it. I know I'm supposed to take you to the airplane tonight. I think I'm just going to keep you instead.
Okay.
I won't tell anyone.
Hide me in the basement.
Creepy Canadians. Keeping Aussies in the basement. All right. There's our sweet little baby. I'm going to put him at an angle.
Okay. Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
That's adorable.
That's gorgeous.
Really cute.
Very cute.
Okay, what do we want to do next?
Let's do, what about if we go over and do the pink?
Let's do the pink. I think he was way over here, which is perfect.
Yes.
A little space in between here. Okay, and on the pink guy, we're going to put the little pram
with the
and some hearts.
in the background.
So let's do number 21, Bubble Pop Pink. I love this color. Oh, and I should have mentioned too, we are working over top of our polishes. So this guy here is Bluebell, and this guy here is number 70, Magnolia. This is number 71, which is Flirty Flamingo. And our green is New Bud, right?
Yep.
Oh gosh, look at me go.
Look at you. One more to go. It's between your feet.
64. Yes, between my feet. All right, I'm going in. I'm going in. I didn't fall. It's all good. This is number 68, which is...
Soft Bloom.
Soft Bloom. Good. Whew. That's 4 for 5.
Well done.
Okay, actually I'm going to leave that guy off, because it's much easier to stamp on these guys if you don't have another quote-unquote finger in the way. All right, so number 21, we're gonna do these sweet little hearts over here. That's gonna be our backdrop. And I'm gonna use the same technique I did before and go all the way through in one direction and then get my big arm in the way and scrape the other direction. Let's see if it's gonna pick up over top. And it did. Yay.
Perfect.
That's a perfect example of a scrape that still looks muddy.
Yeah, it does.
And yet
It's
gives
exactly
you...
what we were talking about.
Yeah, gives you a good lift anyway. All right, so those guys are in place.
Oh, that's cute.
Kind of going for that tone on tone.
Is there any rules as far as like going light to dark, dark to light, anything like that?
I don't know if you've heard me say before in some of my videos that people will ask, how do I pick colors? And yeah, I know it's intimidating, but picking colors you just have to play with.
Yeah.
But if you want a rule of thumb when you're going to do multiple layers of something, go from dark to light or light to dark. Dark to light gives you kind of highlights. Like if you're doing a flower, which is a nice way to do that, like for a rose, so that the last little bits that you're putting on are the highlights. But you just have to play with the colors and not be scared to try.
And I think too, another thing that I've sort of learnt with mine is, say for example you are doing a rose and it's a realistic looking rose, pull up a picture on your phone that is a rose and have a look at how like a rose in real life is colored. And go from there. Even if you can find a picture like it might not be real life, but it might, so not a photo but actually a picture of a rose.
Yeah.
And pick out the 3 colors and see how they've done it in the picture.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. References, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do yellow.
Yep.
What color do we want to do for the details? It's like the inside of the pram. And we're on pink.
Purple?
Clean up the excess. Sure. Number 17. Let's put this little guy right in the middle. Okay, I can kind of see those hearts through again, so let's just scrape over again. Pick it up one more time.
I love how you can do that. You didn't even add any more polish to the plate.
No, I had a little bit left on my scraper. There, now that's quite a bit more solid.
That's better.
All right. Lenny loves lavender. Now, there's a little bit that I overshot there. I am going to clean that off because this is a super fine image. I want to make sure it's absolutely clean. So that I don't end up missing part of it. Now, if I wanted to do those wheels a different color, I totally could have done that. Let's scrape the other direction. They're not limited. Okay, hopefully we're in frame here. Just take your time. Get it down where you need it. And once you've lifted, isn't that sweet? Once you've lifted and have gone to the nail, press and hold once you get it into position, even if it's taking you a little while to get there.
And pull it away slowly as well. I find it helps. So you can see if it is going to lift, just push your stamper back down again.
Exactly. If it looks like it's going to pull back off, then push it back down. Now I can almost just leave it the way it is. It's super cute just like that.
I like the details though.
I do too. Especially when the other images on the plate already have the details. I'll just stay consistent. I'm just taking my time. And I'm going to press and hold. And there's our cute little pram.
So sweet.
I love these images.
Very cute.
This is our friend from Kay's Polish that collaborated with us on this plate, and she has just had a baby. It's just the sweetest little thing. You have to go check out her feed at Kay's Polish and see. I'm certain she probably has some pictures of her gorgeous little boy on there. I won't say his name, that's for her to say. Okay, so now let's go to our green nail maybe.
Okay, so the other end?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we're doing a rattle on him. Is that the plan?
I think so.
I think so too. Let's do a rattle on him. I love this one. It's so pretty. So pretty. You know what else would be pretty on there? Why don't we do the same hearts that we did over here?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in yellow.
Okay.
So it's kind of a tone on tone thing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll use the other ones that would have layered in so they're even kind of more sparse.
Yeah, I like that. Matching without being the same.
Exactly. Cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
Get a few of those on there anyway. I like that kind of barely there.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're layering other images on top, it just adds more dimension and more interest.
Exactly, without being overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, clean off this little rattle. And I think...
Were we going to do like a couple of, like, few different colors?
Yeah, let's do the background, maybe purple.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, what do we want? Pink and blue maybe? Or pink and yellow? What do you think?
I think,
Do you like the background purple?
yeah.
Okay. I'm letting you lead this one.
Get my permission first.
Permission granted. And let's put them down here so we can get those hearts in there. Things don't always have to be centered to be cool.
So what about blue and pink?
I love it. All right. So the way I'm going to do this one is a little bit like that. So that's Bluebell, and this is Flirty Flamingo.
That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that way you can get a couple of different colors in there
Mm-hmm.
and only scrape once. I'm going to scrape this way so that I don't go one color into the other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Don't
do
like
that
it?
again. Well, no, I love the way it looks,
Okay.
but
Yes.
we've got a
Right.
little bubble.
We have voids.
We have voids.
Avoid the void.
Avoid the void. Hashtag avoid the void. Okay, make sure he's nice and clean. Do this again. Oh, you know what? Now I'm looking at it. Do you like my laugh? Should I do it again? There's actually a void built into this one.
Oh,
So let's scrape
right.
again.
And the outline fills it in, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll see where it falls and maybe not waste any more time trying to get rid of voids. Yep, that's exactly where our void was. That's awesome. All right. Bring this back into the center frame here a little bit. So take your time going in. Make sure that you're in the right spot.
Oh, so cute. I can't wait to have the outline.
It's a color in there. Okay, and we're gonna use the same. I'm using just this, what is this, stone?
Slate grey.
Slate. Stone, slate, what the heck is this? All right, we're using slate as our outline for everything, just to keep everything kind of cohesive. I'm feeling like that's getting to be an overused word.
That's the theme for today.
Yes. All right, super light, see all those details in there? And then we're gonna take our time going in. I'm just kind of looking in one spot at the base of my rattle. And just slowly go in and press.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that adorable? I really like that. I like it a lot. Okay, all we have is our little peach one left.
Are we going to put surprise above the top of the rattle?
Oh, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Baby surprise?
No.
What else could we put above the rattle? We could put, we've already got hearts on there. They're pretty see-through, but we could put a bow. If it needs it. I don't know if it needs anything.
I don't think it needs anything because we added the hearts instead.
I think.
Yeah.
And we got baby in our center.
Yeah.
So let's do our peach one.
Okay.
Blocks and a streamer, and then decide if we need more over here. Take a look at our balance. Okay, so we're gonna do blocks, which is 3 layers. What colors are we gonna use?
So we've got 2 colors for the blocks and then the outline.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're doing it on the peach.
Doing it on the peach. And we're gonna outline in the slate. Pardon me.
I think those.
I like it.
Okay.
Linny loves lavender. And that'll bring our purple over to this side of the mani too. So let's start with that one. And because we're gonna put streamers, I don't think we need anything else as background. Let's leave room for our streamers.
I actually had a look. I think they're actually called bunting.
Bunting?
Bunting.
Like iBaby bunting?
Yeah. That's what those little
Bunting?
streamers are called. They're called bunting.
I can honestly tell you, I don't think I've ever heard that.
Maybe that's an Aussie thing.
Maybe it's an Aussie thing. Love it. We're learning to speak Aussie.
English, Aussie.
English.
Aussie English.
Aussie English. English Aussie. Because apparently we all say Australia totally incorrectly.
You say it too correctly.
We say it way too correctly. It's supposed to just be Australia.
Australia.
See, I got it. I learned.
Oh, I love it.
Look at that, they look 3D.
That's very cool.
All right, now we'll go in with our slate here. Hopefully we don't cover up too much of the color with that. Sometimes I opt for leaving out the final layer.
Okay.
And usually what I do is I hold it over top and say, do I like the way that looks better with or without? And now that I'm looking at this one, I'm thinking with.
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
So cute.
That's so cute.
Get all that polish out of there so that next time I don't forget and wonder why the heck I can't lift an image out of there.
So talking about your plates, how do you store them?
Store them? Oh, I store them in one of our
In a Clay Jelly Stamper storage pouch.
storage pouch.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. And look at can we take a moment?
The angels are singing.
The angels are definitely singing. Definitely singing. Yes, we've got a whole bunch of different colored ones now. So that if you want to organize by, however you organize, if you want to organize by number or by...
I like to keep my holiday ones, I have them in number order, but then I also have my holiday ones out separately.
Yep.
Yeah, because you only reach for those maybe a couple of times a year.
Exactly. So have them in a special pouch so that they're not all mixed in. You're not having to flip through extras. Yep. Okay, let's do our bunting.
Let's do our bunting. Let's do the same colours.
Same colors as here?
I think so.
You think?
What do you think?
I think we should have our blocks matching our bunting.
I think so.
Let's do it.
Our bunting.
Our bunting.
I'm glad you've adopted that. I like it.
I'm down with. I'm a follower. Okay, so let's go one side. Let's go kind of to one side because I love these little bows. They're so damn cute. So let's stick to one side because we're only gonna get a little bit.
Are you gonna do it like right across the top, or do you want to do like that way?
Well, I'm gonna bring
it more in it.
I'm gonna bring it this way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to touch these guys.
No.
So I still think it's only gonna be like maybe 3.
Right.
Especially if we want to try and get the little bow in.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so you want to bring it this direction?
Yes.
Not this direction.
Well, it's up to you.
Not really.
Which way do you like to swing?
I definitely swing left. I'm a left swinger. Okay, so I want to do my bunting in 3 different colors. So apparently I'm doing purple in the middle. I'm going to do green. Can we do one more color? What are we going to do?
Yellow.
All right. Do you mean magnolia?
I definitely mean magnolia.
Okay.
Ah, beautiful.
And one scrape. Right down into my teddy bear.
That's so pretty. That's a cool looking teddy bear.
Isn't he sweet? All right. So I'm going to stay to the left because I want to get that little bow in there on the other side. So cute.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Another thing that people say too is all the images are so close together. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to lift just what I want to lift? You're not. You're going to lift other things. You just have to do a little bit of tidying like you see me doing.
And you're just using the back of your nail.
I use the back of my nail because I have gel on my nails.
Yep.
If you don't have gel on your nails, then use the side of your scraper.
Okay.
But if you've got gel on your nails, you can wipe them without any repercussions.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Isn't that sweet?
That's gorgeous.
So there it is. There's our little baby Manny.
I'd like to add one more thing.
Oh, tell me.
So above the rattle,
Yes.
can we put one of these little tiny baby
Oh, heck yes.
words?
And you know what? This is perfect for me to be able to show you just how easy it
Those
is.
are so fine.
Aren't they so tiny?
They're tiny.
And they lift beautifully.
And I feel like it's going to finish it off.
So let's do, I'm going to do It's a Girl.
Okay.
It's a
Because we
girl.
both have girls.
So we both have girls. It's just appropriate. So I could do it in hot pink, but I want to stay sort of again with that cohesive word.
But the fine images are all in grey then, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the little details. All right, so I covered the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to use a very light scrape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use even lighter on my pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. It is all there.
And there was no delay in the pickup.
No delay in the pickup. Nice and slow, decide where I want it. Press and hold. Just for a few seconds. Nice and slow, make sure.
Oh, that's perfect. That's
Good
exactly
call.
what I needed.
You know what we need? Let's do a little bit of tidy
Ooh.
up here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that. I love these little Q-tips that are pointed on the end.
Yeah.
Great for
cool.
little cleanups. You can also, if you're working on polish,
Mm-hmm.
you can still use a little bit of polish remover to do that.
Well, it's only the smallest amount of polish on there, isn't it?
Exactly. If you're using gel, then go to town.
No worries.
Because I'm working right now. No worries. I'm working right now on a tack-free top coat. So I could honestly pull this off with polish remover and still have my lovely little green and blue nail to start with.
Yeah.
But there we go.
That's
So
gorgeous.
what I will do to finish these now, which I won't bore people to have to watch, is I'm going to use a tack-free top coat
Mm-hmm.
and give it a cure. Because we haven't covered a huge amount of the nails, probably one coat is sufficient.
Yep.
Or if you're working on nail polish, you could use our smear knot and do a couple coats of smear knot and you're good to go.
I love smear knot.
It's amazing, isn't it? How it literally does, you can try to smear and it won't.
Yep.
Now, if you have ended up with one of our smear knots and it smears, you might have been shipped a base by accident.
Whoops.
It happens. We try very hard to make sure it doesn't, but if you have a smear knot that is smearing, you have a base. You're welcome. Get in touch with us and we'll make that right, I promise. Okay, so thank you so much, Megan, for spending time with me. This has been fun.
This has been amazing. I've had such a ball.
Good. Come and see us again soon.
I'm going to make another video with you next year.
We're going to make many. I'm going to come to Australia. We're going to make some there too.
Yes, we are.
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. I'll learn how to say it properly.
I'll see you down under.
I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you in the next video.